Crestwood Cadet Regional Softball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. We're set to bring in this Class 3A regional semifinal round matchup between the Crestwood Cadets and the West Delaware Hawks. We're brought to you by Hanson Tire Service, Atomic Pizza Pub, Don Anderson Insurance, Gosh's Plumbing and Heating, Cresco Motor Company, and Regional Health Services of Howard County, all of Cresco, CUSB Bank, online at cusb.com. Sovereign Grain and Slime, the Crestwood High School All Sports Boosters, CIA Insurance, Harvey's Used Vehicles, the Oxen Red Spirits and Gifts, Campsite RV, CPU, Lick Tag Lawn and Garden, all of Cresco by My Broadband and My Energy, Johnson Comfort Systems of Lime Springs, Route 63 Travel Plaza, Larson Dust Control, Keller Complete Lawn Service, all of Chester, WinMed of Decorah, Bernlauer's Auto Center of New Hampton, A&W, H&R Block, Northeast Allen Motors, Fisk Farm and Home, Signs and Designs, Bosick Earthworks, the Cresco Shopper, all of Cresco, Assistant Associates of Charles City, A&J's Construction, Cresco Bank and Trust, Henry Stitches and Prints, Culligan Water Conditioning, Suzy Q, Shotzi's Body Shop, all of Cresco, and V&V Insurance Agency of Cresco and Decorah. Thanks to those great sponsors who made our summer broadcast possible. We are underway already for softball. First pitch of the game to Isabella Schlatter is a called strike one, 0-1 as we're underway right at 7 o'clock this evening. Schlatter, the left-handed batting junior center fielder. Second pitch, bunts it foul, and Schlatter's quickly in an 0-2 hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful night for softball in Manchester. The sun's shining after they got a ton of rain in Manchester yesterday, but you wouldn't know it by looking at the ball diamond here tonight. Schlatter's 0-2 pitch to her is up high for a ball, 1-2. Winner will advance to Dubuque on Tuesday night to take on the top-rated Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles as they defeated 0-1 already tonight, 8-0. Schlatter slaps it foul wide of the bag at third. And the counter right along, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that was Wahlert. They have defeated 0-1. That was a 5 o'clock start time over there in Dubuque, and that'll be a 5 o'clock game on Tuesday night because Wahlert does not have lights at their softball diamonds. So winner takes on the number 1 rated team. Schlatter fouls another one back, stays 1-2. West Delaware comes in rated at number 10 in the last, number 8 in the last poll of the 3A season. There's a 1-2 pitch to Schlatter on the way. Stops another one foul. Schlatter battling up there. Teeling on deck with Fisk to follow as we're just underway here, top of the first. Leadoff batter Isabella Schlatter with a 1-2 count. Cats come in after throwing 2-1 win over New Hampton on Thursday night. West Delaware defeating North Valley 9-0. There's a called strike 3. He catches the outside corner to Schlatter. And Cats will start things off with a strikeout as Ainsley Teeling will step in. Teeling will get the start in the circle tonight as she comes up, 1 out, nobody on. First pitch to Teeling misses out off the plate for ball 1, 1-0. Jordan Fisk into the on-deck circle for Crestwood. And the 1-0 pitch to Teeling is in there for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, as we've got an umpire again who's a little slow raising that right hand. But he did raise it there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Teeling with a little fister to the shortstop. Off the fist, who makes the catch in the air for out number 2. So quickly 2 gone here for the Guts in the top of the first. They'll bring up the sophomore right-handed batting catcher, Jordan Fisk, with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of inning number 1. Yes, Fisk gets in the box. Pitch on the way. Little nubber right back in front of the plate. It's going to bounce foul, though. About 10 feet down the first baseline. It'll be strike 1 to Fisk. Kenzie Gallagher into the on-deck circle for Crestwood. 2 outs, nobody on. If you just tuned in, we're just underway. Schlatter went down looking and dealing with a little soft liner the opposite way to the shortstop. An 0-1 count to Jordan Fisk. Little check swing to the first baseman is going to make the play unassisted for the out here in the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We played a half inning. It's Crestwood 0. West Delaware coming to bat. You're listening to Crestwood Cadet Regional Tournament Softball on KCZQ.
For the next few seconds, picture yourself retired. What do you see? What sounds do you hear? How do you feel? However you picture your retirement, planning early is the best way to make it happen. I am State Farm Agent Don Dietzenbach, and I can chat with you about the kind of retirement you want, and then help you find the best ways to save for it. A little today can add up to a lot tomorrow, so get started now. Call me State Farm Agent Don Dietzenbach in Cresco and picture yourself happy. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
CPU in Cresco is now offering a new service. Imagine hearing a song you haven't heard in years. Do you have any vinyl records or cassette tapes in your collection that you're unable to play? CPU can transfer your vinyl records or cassette tapes to digital. It can be individual songs or the whole album or tape. Let them preserve your favorite oldies so you can keep on enjoying them. Stop in at CPU for more details.
Welcome back to Cadet Softball here on KCZQ. As we'll get Laura Payton, the left fielder, steps in. Takes the first pitch from Teeling for a called strike one, 0-1. I'll get the Cadets defensively here for you in just a moment. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside off the corner for ball one. 1-1 strike to Payton, the left fielder for the Hawks. There's a pitch outside now, 2-1 to Payton. Beekoffer, Rupert, Cummings, and Bergen third to first in the infield. Outfield left to right has Peter, Slaughter, and Gallagher. 2-1 pitch. There's a call strike, 2-2. Nora Payton at the plate. She's a junior outfielder for the Hawks. And the 2-2 pitch. That one stays up and away, so Payton's worked the count full against Teeling, leading off the home half of the first. If you just tune in, Gets went down in order in the top of the first. We're just underway here in the bottom of the first. And the payoff pitch to Payton on the way. Fouled out a play to the right side off the screen. It'll be stay 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. As Fisk hangs out the sign. And that one just off the outside corner. Looked like a nice pitch from behind home plate, but it's going to be ball one, or going to be ball four.
Teams will figure out a way to get that.
It'll be
Senior second baseman will step in.
Abby Cass, the second baseman, steps in. She started off at first, went back for ball one, 1-0. So senior second baseman for the Hawks, a little left-handed batter, steps in. So Payton, the runner at first, nobody out. Has to play the corners in. There's a call strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Teeling to the windup, delivers, bunts it foul. So Teeling gets ahead of Cass, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The winner advances to the regional final on Tuesday night at 5 o'clock in Dubuque against Wahlert Catholic, who defeated Owine earlier this evening, 8-0. Teeling ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, that's up and away. 2-2 now. Cass steps out of the box. Now the left-handed batter steps back in. 2-2 the count. As Teeling has the sign, and she'll deliver 2-2 to the plate. Swing, and a miss. Big strikeout there for Teeling as she...
That's going to bring up senior catcher Susie Funky.
So Susie Funky, the catcher, is going to step up next. She has 8 home runs on the season. There goes the runner down to second base and throw off line. Nice backup there by Cummings. And it's one strike to the batter. That was a strike to Funky. So the Hawks with the runner in scoring position with one out, 0-1 the count to the batter, number 3 hitter, Funky. Pitch outside for a ball, 1 strike. But the Hawks, they're a home run hitting ball club. They've got, as I get the number here for you, on the season, 29 home runs on the season, pitch up and in. So it's 2 balls and a strike. Just as a comparison for the Cadets on the season, they've got 7 home runs. So 29 home runs for the Hawks, 7 for the Cadets. So there's a bouncing ball. It's going to stay foul wide of the bag at third. So now it's 2-2 to Funky. Peyton, the runner, at second with 1 out. You're in a scoreless game in the bottom of the first. Peeling back on the rubber. She toes the rubber there. Looks in for the sign from Fisk. She's got it. Swings in the windup. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That's outside. So Funky's worked the count full. So payoff pitch coming here to the number 3 hitter in the Hawk lineup. Peeling delivers to the plate. Off the fist in foul territory, and it will be foul ball. Gets can't run it down the third baseline. They're in no man's land. Biedekoffer, Rupert, and Peter all giving chase, but nobody can run that one down. So we'll do it all over again at 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner at second for West Delaware in the bottom of the first. Another payoff pitch. And up the middle, it's going to find its way into center field. They're going to send the runner around from third, and Slaughter bobbled it a bit, so no play at the plate. So it'll be an RBI single for Funky. They were sending the runner all the way. They might have had a shot there at the plate, but Slaughter had picked it up and dropped it one time, and so it's an RBI single for Funky, and the Hawks take the early lead 1-0. We're going to get a courtesy runner for the catch here, but coming to the plate will be Veda Langle, the outfielder for the Hawks. Langle Jr., cleanup hitter. She hits 291 on the year. She has 3 home runs for West Delaware. So the Hawks are on the board first. 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And a runner at first base with 1 out. Shows bunt, pulls it back. There goes the runner down to second base. Nice throw, but just a hair late. So it's a stolen base for the courtesy runner. So a runner at second base with 1 out. 0-1 the count to the batter, Langle. That's trying to limit the damage here in the first. Trailing 1-0 already with 1 out. Runner at second. Pitch down and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Great night for softball here in Manchester. Wind not a factor. The pitch up and in, 2-1. The State starting to overtake the field here. The Sun field is on the left side, left field, shortstop, third base, but the left side of the infield pretty covered up now in the shade, so basically the Sun just out there in left field. Bouncy ball right to Biedekoffer. She makes the stop, throws to first, in time there. Nice play by Biedekoffer. She had to go down to her knees to snag it. Got a strong thrower to first for out number 2. And so there'll be 2 outs. Runner at third base, and it'll bring up the number 5 hitter, Casey Reth, a freshman. 2 outs and a runner at third. Pitch from Teeling down away for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes, runner at third. 1 run in for the Hawks here in the first. They lead the Cats 1-0. Cats trying to slam the door on the Hawks before any more damage here. That's a pitch on the outside corner. Nice pitch from Teeling there for a called strike, as Breath wasn't quite so sure about that call. Gave a long look at home plate. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch to right to Cummings at second base. A little soft liner off the hands. And that'll do it for the Hawks here in the first inning. But they pick up a run. They get that on 1 hit. No Crestwood errors. They leave 1 complete. It's West Delaware 1, Crestwood 0. You're going to get regional softball on KCZQ.
72 degrees.
66 degrees.
72 degrees.
It's been said we only have 6 degrees of separation, but even that can make you feel worlds apart. Bring peace to the thermostat with Daikin VRV Life. With advanced zoning control, everyone gets the personalized comfort they deserve. Daikin, air intelligence.
See Gosh's Plumbing, Heating, and Duct Cleaning in Cresco, your local Daikin dealer. Call 563-547-4392. 563-547-4392. Online at goshesplumbing.com.
Good times with good food and friends await you at LS Tap Bar and Grill in Lime Springs, Iowa. LS Tap serves everything from appetizers to salads, wraps and sandwiches, burgers, basket and dinner meals, sides, dessert, and more. Dine-in or curbside pickup available. Visit LS Tap Bar and Grill, located at 106 West Main Street in Lime Springs, Iowa, or call 563-566-2664.
4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Cadets here in the at the top of the first, or top of the second, I should say. I'll get it right. Be Gallagher, Bergen, and Cummings. Gallagher comes in the regional semifinals with a .257 average on the season. And she leads the Cadets. She has 4 of those 7 home runs that I mentioned earlier for Crestwood. She steps in. First pitch of the second inning is swung on and missed for strike 1, 0-1. Bergen on deck with Cummings to follow. Hawks with a run in that first inning. They lead at 1-0 over the Cadets. And the 0-1, another big swing and a miss. She took a little something off of that one, and Gallagher quickly is in an 0-2 hole. Hawks defeated the Cadets last year in the first round of regional play down here in West Delaware. At West Delaware, there's a pitch for a ball 1-2. It gets also played down there. I don't have the year off the top of my head here. I should look that up. I could look that up. Played down there in a regional semifinal and picked up a win a few years ago. There's a pop-up in the infield, caught by the pitcher, right in the pitcher's circle for out number 1. 1 gone here in the top of the second. I bring up left-handed batting senior Ella Bergen. Bergen with a .316 average coming into tonight. Left-handed batting senior, first baseman for Crestwood. He swings or fouls that one into the screen off the left side by the third base dugout for the Hawks for strike 1, 0-1. That one, the letters are called strike 2, so Bergen quickly in an 0-2 hole. Put away for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch now. That one's outside, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. A slap down the left field line by Bergen. Just over the third baseman's head. So Bergen has the first base of the night for the Cadets. And we'll bring up Blair Cummings with a runner on first and nobody out. Cummings into the contest here. The .235 average. She slaps it towards the second baseman. They flip it to second for 1. Relay to first is... Oh, they called her out at first. Boy, I thought she was down there, but Cummings bounces into a 4-6-3 double play to end the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We played an inning and a half. Cats trail the Hawks 1-0. You'll see Cats softball, KCZQ.
Need a high-quality sign? Check out Cresco's own Signs and Designs, Highway 9 West in Cresco. Signs and Designs offers computer-cut vinyl graphics or full-color printing graphics on vinyl, banner stock, or paper. Other products include magnetic signs, logo designs, and business signs. Call Signs and Designs today, 563-547-4476. That's 563-547-4476 for Signs and Designs, Highway 9 West in Cresco.
At H&R Block, they want you to focus on your business while they handle your books. From payroll and bookkeeping to expert tax preparation and advice, they're ready to put their expertise to work on your small business. For the year-round services you need and the one-on-one attention you deserve, partner with H&R Block. Stop by their office at 712 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cresco or give them a call at 563-547-4811 to learn more.
The called strike one to lead off the bottom of the second for the Hawk pitcher, Ava Hartman, who steps in against Ainsley Teeling. Hawks on top 1-0. Pitch from Teeling. Swung and fouled it off her helmet. They took a swing and it popped up and hit her, actually maybe in the face mask there. So Hartman, the pitcher, sophomore pitcher, is in the hole 0-2. He's back in the box. No worse for wear. And Teeling toes the rubber. And here comes the 0-2 pitch outside for a ball 1-2. Hartman, the number 6 hitter in the Hawk lineup. And Teeling looks in for the signs. Got it. 1-2 pitch fouled back to the screen. Stays 1-2 to Hartman. There was a walk, a stolen base, and a base hit for the Hawks that got them the run last inning. Hartman back in the box. Teeling ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And another 1-2 pitch on the way, deep down the left field line, but well foul. The long foul ball. The count will stay 1-2 to Hartman. Another 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball. This one weakly down the first base line towards the Crestwood dugout on the first base side. So we'll do it all over again. 1-2 to Ava Hartman, leading off the home half of the second for West Delaware. So they lead the Crestwood Cadets 1-0. And another 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, right on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Teeling to get the first out here in the second inning. And that'll bring up Katie Cass, a sophomore for the Hawks, with 1 out and nobody on. We can try strike out of the game for Teeling. There's a pitch on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on for West Delaware. Batting here in the bottom of the second, leading Crestwood 1-0. There's a big swing and a miss out in front of an off-speed pitch, and Teeling quickly gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. One bounces in there for a ball. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 just off the outside corner, so count goes to 2-2 to Cass. And the 2-2 pitch, Teeling working quickly tonight. Just misses off the inside part of the plate. I think she wanted that one. But the count goes full at 3-2. Payoff pitch to Cass on the way. Swing and a miss. She comes back and gets her there. Back-to-back strikeouts for Teeling, her third of the ball game now. And that'll break Paige Woolert, another senior for the Hawks. So 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch to Woolert. Right down the middle for a called strike one, 0-1. That's trailing 1-0 in the bottom of the second. The 0-1, that one stays outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Teeling has the sign. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one catches the corner. Nice one. Another nice pitch from Teeling right on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Fouled straight back to the screen. They'll stay 1-2 to Wallert. A 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Teeling strikes out the side. Here in the second inning, no runs, no hits, no Crestwood errors, nobody left for the Hawks. 2 complete. West Delaware 1, Crestwood 0. You're listening to Crestwood Cadets Regional Tournament Softball here in KCZQ.
Shotzi's Body Shop at 214 5th Street Southeast in Cresco is your collision repair center, offering professional auto body and collision work. Shotzi's also does rust repair and features a semi-downdraft spray booth. Shotzi's Body Shop is family-owned and operated, processes insurance claims, and guarantees their workmanship. For your free estimate appointment, call 563-203-8070. That's 563-203-8070. Shotzi's is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday by appointment. When you want the very best in auto body and collision work, it's Shotzi's Body Shop in Cresco.
Sovereign Grain Service of Schley believes that athletics and academics go hand in hand to help our young people grow up to be well-rounded adults. That's why Sovereign Grain proudly supports our Crestwood cadets in the classroom, on the court, and on the field. They hope you'll join them in cheering on the cadets in person throughout the school year. When you can't make it to the game, tune in to Super C for live coverage of cadet sports, brought to you in part by Sovereign Grain Service of Schley, a proud supporter of Crestwood Cadet academics and athletics.
We head to the third inning. Crestwood trails West Delaware 1-0. I want to say congratulations to the Ricefield Wildcats. They defeated Key High this afternoon, 14-3 in their regional semifinal matchup. So they're headed to Clarksville on Monday night to take on the Clarksville Indians with the 4A berth in the state tournament. So congratulations to the Wildcats. Here, Kyra Biedekofer leads off the third inning with a big swing and a foul back to the screen. Biedekofer, Ullum, and Peter do up for the Cadets. Pitch down the way for a ball, 1-0. Or 1-1, excuse me. That was Biedekofer comes in with a foul back to the screen, 289 average on the season. She's in the hole now, 1 ball, 2 strikes, leading off the top of the third. Where it gets with a 1-0 deficit. Ling just got a piece of that one to stay alive at 1-2. Gets a base hit last inning by Elder Bergen, but she was erased in a double play, so Hartman's faced the minimum 6 batters so far. There's a big swing and a miss by Biedekofer for the first out here in the third inning. Second strikeout of the game for Hartman to bring up Peyton Ullum. As Ullum starts the night with a .254 average for the right-handed batting junior. The designated player tonight, she hits for the shortstop Kieran Rupert. And she'll foul that first pitch out of play to the right for strike 1, 0-1. There's a big swing and a miss, and Peyton Ullum quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. As Laney Peter waits on deck. Called strike 3 on Ullum, so back-to-back strikeouts for Hartman here. Her third strike of the ball game, and Peter will step in. .233 average on the season. 14 hits, none of them bigger than that one the other night to win the ball game against New Hampton in the bottom of the 7th. A little blooper just over the third baseman's head that she couldn't quite corral. And there's a swing and a foul back by Peter. No balls, one strike. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third. Crestwood trailing West Delaware 1-0. And the pitch to Peter up high for a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Peter in the hole 1-2. Winner goes to Dubuque for a 5 o'clock game on Tuesday evening against top-rated Wahlert Catholic Golden Eagles. They defeated Owine 8-0. And Teeling strikes out the side, and Hartman says, hey, I can do that as well. As Peter with a swing and a miss. Fourth straight strikeout of the game for Hartman. Or fourth strikeout of the game for Hartman. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base for the Cadets. We head to the bottom of the third. Crestwood trails 1-0. You also got regional softball on KCZQ.
Back to school is right around the corner. Don't forget to schedule your child's physical with Regional Health Services at Cresco, Alma, or Lime Springs Medical Clinics. Our caring providers make checkups quick, easy, and stress-free, so your student is ready to hit the books on the field with confidence. Kindergartners, 7th graders, and 12th graders have required immunizations before that first day of school. Appointments are filling fast, so call today and check one more thing off your list. Convenient, local, trusted care. Regional Health Services, keeping your family healthy all year long.
For your next construction project, call or see Aaron Wemark at A&J's Construction. Aaron does all types of construction, including homes and additions, commercial buildings, pole sheds, steel roofing, shingling, new decks, siding, windows, and all general farm repairs. So for your next construction project, call Aaron at A&J's Construction at 563-419-7054. That's 563-419-7054.
Number 9 hitter in the Hawk lineup leads off the home half of the third, Lena Petlin. Left-handed batting junior steps in, takes a called strike one from Ainsley Teeling. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Hawks. There's a little blooper. It's going to fall in the gap in right center field. Petlin's going to head for second base, and she'll check in with a leadoff double. The number 9 hitter in the Hawk lineup will start things off here as Petlin came into the game with a .213 average, but she put that one in the gap in right center field. And we'll be back to the top of the Hawk lineup, and Nora Payton, who walked and came around and scored back in the first inning. So no official at bat. Pitch up and in from Teeling for ball one, 0-1. But to play the corners in just slightly, just in front of the bag for both Biedenkoffer and Bergen. We're about even with the baseline there at shortstop position. There's ball 2, 2-0. No sign of a bunt yet from Payton at the plate, and now she's got 2-0. With Petlin, the right base runner at second, nobody out. Swings, puts one in the air, the left side in foul territory. Biedenkoffer will make the catch in foul territory right in front of the Hawk dugout for out number 1. So a big first out there for the Cadets. They'll bring up Abby Cass. He was a strikeout victim in the first. 0-for-1. Left-handed batter steps in against Teeling with Petlin still at second base. Now one away. Big swing and a miss for strike one, 0-1. Steps out of the box. Now she's back in. Teeling gets set, and she'll deliver the 0-1 pitch to the plate. That's up and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 outside. 2-1 now to Cass. Number 3 hitter, the catcher, Sarah Funke, waits on deck. Got the Funky of the RBI single back in the first. So 2-1 to Cass with the runner at second, 1 out. Now 3-1 as that one stays down and away. Congratulations to Riceville and softball 14-3 over Keyhigh. Big swing and a miss. And district baseball postponed from last night today. Decorah was upset by Maquoketa 2-0 in their district first round matchup. There's the ball 4 to cast. So second walk of the game given up by Teeling. First and second for the Hawks here with just one out. And the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Susan Funke. Solid single just between Rupert, the shortstop, and the second base bag back in the first inning with an RBI. So first and second, big part of the ball game right here. Tough hitter for the Hawks. I said she leads the Hawks with those 8 home runs on the season. And the first pitch from Teeling misses up high, 1-0. So a dangerous hitter here for West Delaware. A 1-0 pitch. That one's down and in now, 2-0. The 2-0. There's a called strike one. So Teeling gets a called strike on Funke. 2-1 the count. Runner still at first and second. One out. Bottom of the third. West Delaware leading 1-0 with the threat here in the third. That one's down and away. So Teeling falls behind Funke. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 pitch. There's a called strike, too. So Teeling works the count full. A big pitch right here. The full count, runners at first and second, 1 out. Teeling gets the sign from Fisk. Here is the payoff pitch. Little chopper towards Rupert at short. She's going to go to third, and she throws it past Biedekoffer. I'm not sure what happened there. The throw looked like it was right chest high to Biedekoffer. If the runner if it was a situation where the runner got in Biedekoffer's viewpoint there, so we'll score it as a fielder's choice for Funke. An error on the Cadets. Loads the bases. So the bases full of Hawks with the cleanup hitter Lango coming to the plate. Here in the bottom of the third, so that's a big point in the ball game here. 291 average for Lango. She's got 26 runs batted in on the season. She's just third on the team, 3 home runs. Cadets having a conference on the mound right now with Coach Denner. Lango bounced out third to first back in the first, so she's 0 for 1. So here we go, bases full of Hawks with just 1 out. It's down 1-0 and trying to keep it at that here in the bottom of the third. We're Teeling on the rubber, Lango in the box. Here comes the first pitch. And therefore called strike one. Another nice pitch. Teeling catches the corner there, 0-1. Infield playing basically right in front of the baseline all the way around. There's an 0-1. And the air out of play on the right side. So Teeling gets ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. A big spot for a strikeout right here for the Cadets. Teeling ahead 0-2. And there's the sign from Fisk, the 0-2 pitch. Up in the air to short right field. It's going to drop in. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it's just not in time. They had the force play there. They one hop, but that was one with Cummings was playing in. They had the infield playing in just inside the baseline, so it was a long run for her, and she was just out of her reach out there because Gallagher was playing back with about 2 steps in front of the fence, and they almost had a shot at the girl at the plate. They did have a shot, but the throw was a one-hopper, and it was just a half a count late, so the Hawks go up 2-0 on the RBI single, and the bases are still loaded with Hawks. Bouncing ball, knocked down by Biedekoffer. She'll get the out at third, throw to first his way, and she throws it away down the right field line. Here comes another run in. Oh, my goodness. That's one she just needed to eat over there. She had a great play. She dove to her left, knocked it down right by the bag, was able to tag the bag to get the force out there. Then she tried to throw it to first, and there was no play over there, but she threw it way over Bergen's head down the right field line. And 2 runs come in to score on the play. So it's a fielder's choice for Roth. And an error on the Cadets. A swing and a miss to Hartman, by Hartman, 0-1. So it's 4-0 Hawks, 3 runs in the inning. A couple of Cadets errors in this inning have contributed greatly to that deficit. As the ball hit back towards the screen, Fisk gives chase and doesn't have a play on it. So Teeling gets ahead 0-2 in the count. So 0-2 with the runner at second base for the Hawks. Bouncy ball right back to, actually she snagged it, Teeling did, for the out. But the Hawks do some damage. They get 3 runs. They get that on just 2 base hits. There was 2 Crestwood errors, and they leave 1. 3 complete cuts trail at Hawks 4-0. You also get softball on KCZQ.
At Northeast Iowa Motors in Cresco, they are here for all of your automotive needs. These ASC-certified technicians use quality Chevron products for services like oil changes, fluid checks, tire pressure changes, and more. Northeast Iowa Motors also helps with engine repairs, brake checks, drivetrain and axles, suspension, steering, AC, and towing services. Give them a call at 563-547-9994. A family-owned business, Northeast Iowa Motors, Highway 9 in Cresco. Route 63 Travel Plaza in Chester is the perfect place for travelers coming from Highway 56, 63, or 9. Looking for gas, diesel, or a place to eat? You've come to the right place. They are open Monday through Saturday and serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Check them out at Route63TravelPlaza.com or give them a call at 563-565-2631. That's 563-565-2631.
Well, we head to the 4th inning. That's with some work to do now, trailing the Hawks 4-0. It'll be top 3 in the order for the Cadets. Schlatter, Teeling, and Fisk due up. Guess that first 3 innings have just the 1 base hit. That was by Ella Bergen. Hartman through the first 3 innings hasn't walked a batter or struck out 4. And Schlatter was a strikeout victim back in the first, 0 for 1. She steps in to start the 4th inning. Gets down 4-0, shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a called strike 1, 0-1. Hawks played in close at second and third. Outfield all the way around in shallow. Little bunt foul at the plate as it stayed behind the plate. Catcher picked it up there, so it's a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Teeling on deck, Fist to follow. As infield now in the shadows, just a little bit of sunshine out there in the left fielder's face, it looks like. She slaps that one past the third baseman for a base hit. So Isabella Schlatter on to start the 4th for the Cadets with their second base hit of the ball game, and they bring up Ainsley Teeling. Teeling hit a little soft liner off the hands to the shortstop back in the first inning, so she's 0 for 1. And Fisk moves into the on-deck circle for Crestwood. So Schlatter at first. Teeling shows bunt, pulls it back. Throw down to second base is not in time. Close play. They almost were able to slap the tag on her as she slid by, but Schlatter's got the stolen base. And so she's at second. It's 1 strike to Teeling. She bunts it, but right back to the pitcher. Low throw to first, but they get the out there. So it's a 1-4 on the scoring play as the second baseman was covering on the sacrifice. Route number 1, Schlatter to third. On the season, that's stolen base number 22 for Isabella Schlatter. So Fisk up with 1 out, runner at third base, gets down 4-0, top of the 4th. She shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1, 1-0. Gallagher on deck for Crestwood, 1-0 the count to Jordan Fisk. She's back in the box. Gets a pitch from Hartman, and that hit her. She squared the butt, and it hit her. We're going to get a courtesy runner, it looks like, for Fisk here. Well, I guess there's something cooking here in the 4th inning. Runners at first and third with Only one out. Let's say the courtesy runner down at first base. And they'll bring up Gallagher. She will pop up back to the pitcher in the second, so she's 0 for 1. So first and third, one out for the Cadets. Top of the fourth, they trail at 4-0. Their best threat of the night here. There goes the runner down to second base. They throw it down. She's safe there. Close play. They throw it over to third, slot her back there. So they threw it through. A little close play at second base, but makes it down there. So it's second and third for the Cadets, and strike one to Gallagher. The big point in the ball game right here for Crestwood. Second and third, one out, down 4 runs with 2 runners in scoring position. Your cleanup hitter at the plate. She shows bunt at it foul. She bunted and missed it, actually, so it's 0-2 to Gallagher. Little blooper towards left field. That's going to find the gap out there in left field. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. As Gallagher checks into second base, the Cadets are on the board. They've cut the deficit in half with a 2 RBI double for Kenzie Gallagher. And it gets trailed by a score of 4-2 here in the top of the fourth. And bring up Ella Bergen. She's single to left back in the second. So she's 1 for 1 in the ball game. So that's down now just 4-2 here in the fourth. Little blooper to left field, but that one's gonna be right at the left fielder. She hadn't played perfectly for out number 2. Gallagher has to hold at second, so it'll be up to Blair Cummings now. She bounced into a second short to first double play to end the second inning, so she's 0 for 1. So Gallagher still in scoring position at second, now with 2 away. Gets down 4-2 with 2 runs in here in the top of the fourth. There's a pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0. High in the air. Shortstop's making the call. Third baseman, and who will make it? Third baseman will step in front of the shortstop to pull it in. We're out number 3, but the Cadets pick up 2 runs. They get that on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's Crestwood 4. West Delaware 4. Crestwood 2. We're back in a minute. You're listening to Cadets Regional Softball on KCZQ.
CUSB Bank, CUSB Bank, because you want to move. Construct the perfect home loan with help from CUSB Bank. If you're thinking of moving or building a new home, consult a CUSB mortgage lender today and use our trailer to move. Call or apply online at CUSB.com. CUSB Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
For something that just hits the spot, head to Susie Q's, Cresco's spot for fine food and family dining. Susie Q's opens bright and early at 5:30 every morning and serves breakfast all day long. And some of their menu includes fresh, never frozen beef burgers, soups and salads 7 days a week. Be sure to check out their daily specials, including their popular Friday night fish fry. And that's Susie Q's on Highway 9 East in Cresco.
Well, we head to the home half of the fourth inning here in Manchester. The Cadets have cut the deficit in half to 4-2. 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for the Hawks here to face Ainsley Teeling. As there's a bouncy ball base hit for the Hawks. Cast to lead off the fourth inning. I've got the leadoff batter on here with Paige Wallert stepping in. We'll get a courtesy runner for Cass, or a pincher probably for Cass out there, it looks like. So leadoff batter on for the Hawks here in the fourth. They'll bring up Paige Wallert. Strikeout victim back in the second inning, so she's 0 for 1. Cadets really need to shut down the Hawks right here in the fourth. After getting 2 back, you don't want to let them extend that lead out anymore. There's a bunt that's going to just roll foul down the first baseline for strike 1, 0-1. Wallert, strikeout victim in the second, 0 for 1 in the ball game, the number 8 hitter in the Hawk lineup. In at the corners of the Cadets at first and third. Here comes the 0-1. Bunts again. This one going to stay fair. Great bunt. Her only plays at first, and they get the out there with Cummings covering. So Fisk throws her out, so it's a 2-4 put out on the sacrifice for out number 1. Cass checks in at second base and brings up number 9 here at Petland. She doubled leading off last inning for the Hawks. Came around to score. A 1-for-1 in the ball game with the runner at second base. Just one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Hawks on top 4-2. Pitch up high from Teeling for ball 1-0. Biedenkopfer in about 10 feet in front of third base. Everybody else back at their normal position, looks like in the infield. There's an off-speed pitch right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the ball catches the inside corner. Nice pitch from Teeling to make it 1-2 to the number 9 hitter. Another 1-2. Slapped. Oh, off the glove of Biedenkopfer. A fair ball. It was in the air, not a ground ball. And Biedenkopfer looked like she had her glove on it, but it pounced off her glove into foul territory. So Petland on at first base. The runners at first and third now, just one away and back to the top of the Hawk lineup. Peyton has walked and then fouled out to Biedenkopfer, so 0-for-1 officially with a run scored. She scored that first run of the ball game back in the first. So first and third, she squares to bunt. Runner goes down to second base, gets thrown short to Cummings. So second and third now for the Hawks with just one out. 1-0 the count to the leadoff hitter in their lineup, Nora Payton. Cuts up 4-2, but the Hawks threatening. Pitch inside for a ball. 2-0 as the shadows have covered the whole field now, it looks like here, so fun not a factor anymore. Here's the 2-0. There's a strike right down the middle, 2-1 to Peyton. The runners still hold at second and third with just one out. Healing has the sign from Fisk, delivers. Down the right field line is going to slice foul out of play. So she levels the count out 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the 2-2 pitch. Oh, just got a piece of it to stay alive. Teeling had her fooled to look like there was an off-speed pitch, and Peyton was just able to get a piece of it to follow it in the dirt at the plate to stay alive at 2-2. Here comes another 2-2 pitch. Hit hard into left field for a base hit. One run is in. They'll hold the runner at third base. Peyton will go down to second on the throw home, so it's 5-2 in favor of the Hawks. On the RBI single by Nora Payton. There's a second and third yet. Still just one away and a run in. Hawks on top 5-2. And Abby Cass, she walked and scored last inning, struck out in the first to 0-for-1 officially with that run scored on the walk, following the walk. Throws a bunt, bunts it down the third baseline. It's foul ball, just barely foul when Biedenkopfer picked it up. That was awful close down there to being picked up touched in fair territory. But instead, it's just a strike one. So Biedenkopfer and Bergen in tight at the corners. Rupert and Cummings look like back at normal depth. That little plate umpire is going to clean off the plate a bit there. We'll be set to go. So a run in for the Hawks here in the bottom of the fourth. They lead at 5-2. And it's back in the box. Here's the pitch. Another butt in the air. Berger can't quite catch it. It's a fair ball. And the run will get back to third. Everybody's going to be safe. There was a little blooper. Berger came charging in. Couldn't quite catch it before it hit the ground. Then she kind of knocked it into foul territory. So the bases are loaded with Hawks. Still only one out. Nobody came in to score on that play. The runner at third had to hold tight to see if the ball was going to hit or not, hit the ground or not. So the bases are full of Hawks. Just one out. They've got a run in here in the fourth inning, and they lead the Cats 5-2. They're threatening to really break this thing wide open here. Their number 3 hitter, Funky, who's 1 for 2 in the ballgame, an RBI single in the first, reached base on a fielder's choice last inning. But she's the team leader. There were their 29 home runs as a team. She's got 8 of them to lead the ball club. As the conference on the mound continues, the winner advances to play Walt Catholic Tuesday evening at 5 o'clock over in Dubuque. Walt, of course, rated number 1 in the state. West Delaware number 8. Walt defeated Oline 8-0 earlier this evening. So here we go. Conference breaks up. Bases full of Hawks, 1 out. And the number 3 hitter, Funky, at the plate. So here we go. Teeling will toe the rubber. And the first pitch, hard down the left field line, but foul, just wide of the bag at third base. Strike 1 to Funky. And here's the sign, the pitch on the way. And therefore called strike 2. So Teeling gets ahead of Funky, no balls, 2 strikes to the number 3 hitter in the Hawk lineup. Got the sign. Here comes an 0-2 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-2. A 1-2 the count. Teeling delivers. That one's hit hard, but well fouled down the left field line. We'll do it all over again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Teeling has the sign from Fisk. Here comes another 1-2 pitch. Little nubber towards Rupert at short. She'll flip it to third and get the out there on a close play. So they get the runner at third for the second out. A run comes in to score to make it 6-2. Funky reaches base on the fielder's choice, gets an RBI. The Hawks have first and second with 2 outs. And the cleanup hitter, Langle, at the plate. She had an RBI single her last time, up 1 for 2 in the ballgame. So Hawks did what they had to do so far anyway in this inning. They got those 2 runs back here in the bottom half. The inning the Cats got in the top. To lead at 6-2 now as the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0 to the cleanup hitter Langle. So first and second, 2 outs. Pitch in the air, in the infield foul territory. Fisk will make the basket catch to retire Langle and the Hawks. But they come up with those 2 runs. They get on 3 hits, 1 Crestwood error, and they leave 2, 4 complete. West Delaware 6, Crestwood 2. You're listening to Crestwood Cadets Softball here on KCZQ.
Imagine the ultimate comfort system. Imagine unsurpassed levels of comfort without sacrificing energy savings. Imagine tapping into the free energy found in your own backyard. With the water furnace system, you'll no longer have to decide between comfort and energy savings. You get both. Contact the water furnace geothermal experts at Johnson Comfort Systems, Inc. in Lime Springs at 563-566-2346 and imagine no more. It's now a reality. Johnson Comfort Systems, Inc., 563-566-2346.
The Oxen Run Spirits and Gifts is the hidden gem of Cresco and has it all from a wide array of spirits, gifts for anyone and everyone, and for occasions all year round. They have party supplies and snacks for any event you need. wonderful customer service, the best prices in town, and is the best place in town to gather together to shop, drink, and relax. Visit them on Highway 9 East in Cresco, and they wish the very best to all the cadet athletes in their upcoming sports seasons.
7, 8, 9 hitters do up for the Cats here in the top of the fifth inning. Beat a call for Ullum and Peters. Cats trailing 6-2 to West Delaware. These 7, 8, 9 hitters went down on strikes back in the third inning, so they're all 0 for 1. This is a pitch. Ball 1 to Beatacoffer. Hartman with 4 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, no walks through the first 4 innings for the Hawks. The pitch 2-0 now to Beatacoffer. There's a called strike on the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Ullum on deck with Peter to follow. We're in the top of the fifth. Crestwood trailing 6-2. Bounce one hopper right back to the pitcher. Hartman. She'll throw Beatacoffer out at first base. 1 out, 1 down for the Cats here in the fifth. They'll bring up Peyton Ullum. She went down looking in the third, so 0 for 1. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Up and away, 1 ball and strike now to Ullum with Peter on deck. 1 out, nobody on for the Cats in the top of the fifth. There's a swing and a miss, so it's 1 and 2 now to Ullum. Two and 2 now as that pitch from Hartman misses outside. Make it 3 and 2 as Ullum's worked the count full as a pitch upstairs. And the payoff pitch fouled straight back. We'll do it all over again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ullum back in the box. Hartman has the sign. And another 3-2. Just wide of the bag, fouled down the third baseline. So Ullum battling up there. Staying alive at 3 and 2. Hartman gets set. Another payoff pitch on the way. And a ball knocked down by the third baseman on a diving attempt. That'll be an infield hit for Ullum. So she'll be on at first base with 1 out. The number 9 hitter for the Cats, the right-handed batting left fielder, senior for the Cats, Laney Peter steps in 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout back in the third inning. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Turn up the lineup and Schlatter on deck. Bouncing ball up the middle, shortstop step on the bag for 1, and late on the throw to first base. So Peter reaches out a fielder's choice. Ullum retired at second base for out number 2, and Isabel Schlatter will step in. The West Delaware coach out having a talk with the home plate umpire. I'm not sure about. He was questioning the slide out there by Ullum at second base if she interfered with the throw to first. The umpires are having a conversation out there near second base. And that conversation continues out there. I'm guessing that's what the conversation is about. The home plate umpire says safe at first, so no call there on interference, and Isabel Schlatter will step in with 2 outs. Peter, the base runner, at first. First pitch to Slaughter. Peter heads down to second base, and she'll be in safely with the stolen base on ball 1 to, I believe that was ball 1. Let's see. I guess I've got strike 1 up on the scoreboard here. We'll call it 0-1 to Slaughter. Takes a pitch up high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Peter at second. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner. She takes it for strike 2. 1-2 now. Slaughter's in the hole. 1-2. Peter tries to go to third. They throw it to the left field. Peter's going to try to score. There'll be a play at the plate, and she is safe at home. The throw went out to left field. A nice strong throw to home. Let's get the run there. So it's 6-3. As Peter comes around to score on the throwing here by the Hawks. Their first error of the ball game. So 2 outs, nobody on. A run in. Gets trailing 6-3. Batting here in the top of the 5th. It's 2-2 to Slaughter. There's called strike 3. So she'll go down looking for the 5th strikeout of the game for Hartman. But let's get a run back. They get that on 1 hit. There's 1 error. They leave nobody. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Gets trailing 6-3. You're listening to Crestwood. Get that softball coverage here on KCZQ.
Featherlight Trailers' family of horse, livestock, car, utility, and specialty trailers continues to grow. And they're looking for people to join their team and help to build America's most versatile line of custom aluminum trailers. From interior assemblers to electrical technicians to welders and more, Featherlight has a number of career opportunities available. Go to fthr.com or stop by their facility in Cresco to apply.
Your tomorrow is important to Don Anderson Insurance and Grinnell Mutual. That's why you can trust us to provide you with personalized service and a full range of insurance coverages you can count on. We'll be there when you need us, so you can trust in tomorrow. For all your insurance needs, contact Don Anderson Insurance, your local Grinnell Mutual agent at 563-883-8012 or 507-421-6242 today. Trust in Tomorrow is a registered trademark of Grinnell Mutual Reinsurance Company.
Big swing and a miss by the number 5 hitter, Casey Rest, for the Hawks as they start out here in the bottom of the 5th. Gets trailing the Hawks 6-3. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters due up for West Delaware as the pitch on the way. Another big swing and a miss, 0-2. Teeling gets ahead. Teeling stays still out there. We've seen the Cadets oftentimes, whether playing single games during the regular season or likewise on Thursday nights, switching to Kiernan Rupert after the first 4 innings. But Tilling comes out to start the 5th, and she quickly gets ahead 0-2 in the count. Misses way outside for a ball, 1-2. Look, it's the same defensively. It's Beta Crawford, Rupert, Cummings, and Bergen, 3rd to 1st in the infield. Peter, Slaughter, and Gallagher, left to right in the outfield. Fisk behind the plate, Teeling in the circle. Another one stays outside, 2-2. The 2-2 fouled out of play down the right field line. Will stay 2-2 to Ref. Ref back in the box. Teeling has the sign from Fisk, a 2-2 pitch. Up and away for a ball, so Ref, after being behind 0-2, has worked the count full. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Hawks. We'll lead at 6-3 over the Cadets. Payoff pitch off the 5th in the infield. And Teeling will make the catch, heading back towards the shortstop area. She runs into Biedekoff for a bit out there, but they both seem to be no worse for wear. Ruth is the first out here in the 5th inning, and they'll bring up the pitcher, Ava Hartman. Strikeout, and she lined out to Teeling at the pitcher's circle, so she's 0 for 2 in the ball game. So 1 out, nobody on. First pitch from Teeling catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike 1, 0-1. There's a foul ball wide of the bag at third, and Teeling once again gets hit quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Katie Cass waits on deck for the Hawks. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Teeling strikes out her counterpart, the pitcher Hartman. 5th strikeout of the game for Teeling. With 2 outs, nobody on to bring up Katie Cass. Single to lead off last inning, came around to score and struck out in the 2nd, so she is 1 for 2 in the ball game. She'll come up with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th. 6-3 in favor of West Delaware, and she'll take the first pitch on the outside part of the plate for a called strike 1, 0-1. That pitcher runs inside on Cass for a ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1. It bounces in the outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Teeling trying to get a 1-2-3 inning for the first time since the 2nd inning. Hawks had base runners every inning except that 2nd inning. And there's a pitch inside, so it's 3-1 now to Cass. Pitch. There's a called strike, so Teeling works the count full, 3-2. 2 outs, nobody on to the number 7 hitter in the Hawk lineup. And the payoff pitch. Down low for a ball, so Hawks get another base runner here. Aren't able to retire him in order. 3rd walk of the game given up by Teeling. Number 8 hitter Paige Waller to step in. She had a sacrifice bunt her last inning, struck out in the 2nd, so she's 0 for 1 with a sacrifice. Good play in at the corners. There's a swing and a foul out of play to the right side. Strike 1 to Waller. Hawks came in the contest with 24 wins on the season. It gets it 20. 11 losses for West Delaware, 7 for the Cadets. West Delaware, of course, plays in the very, very tough Walmack Conference. Pitch outside, snap throw to first, not in time. 1 ball, 1 strike to Waller. Another one up and away. Now 1-2. And the 1-2. Big swing and a miss. Nice job by Teeling to bounce back after that walk. She picks up her 6th strikeout of the ball game. For the Hawks, no runs, no hits, no Crestwood errors. They leave 1, head of the 6th inning. Gets down 6-3 to West Delaware. You're listening to Get Regional Softball here on KCZQ.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
See Culligan and Cresco, a family-owned business since 1976, serving Howard, Winneshiek, and Chickasaw counties. Call 563-547-4014.
Harvey's Used Vehicles are vehicles you can afford to buy and enjoy to drive. Harvey's Used Vehicles on Highway 9 in Cresco offers quality used vehicles at budget-minded prices. And you know the vehicle's history with a free auto check from Experian. Harvey's Used Vehicles also provides custom financing and service after the sale. Stop in and see Dave or Chad today or check them out at harveycresco.com. That's Harvey's Used Vehicles, Highway 9, Cresco.
Welcome back to Cadet Regional Softball here in KCZQ. Teeling will lead things off 2-3-4 here for the Cadets. Teeling, Fisk, and Gallagher down 6-3 as we start the sixth inning. Teeling takes the first pitch from Hartman for a called strike one. She did a little soft liner to the shortstop back in the first, sacrifice bunt in the fourth, so she's 0 for 1 officially with the sacrifice. Pops that one up on the left side. Left fielder has it measured and will make the catch. One up, one down for the Cadets here in the sixth. And bring up Jordan Fisk. Hit by a pitcher last time up. Bounced out to the first baseman unassisted in the first, so she's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Got both of their runs back in the fourth inning. The Hawks had 1 in the first, 3 in the third, then 2 in the fifth. That's where we stand now, 6-3 in favor of West Delaware. 1-0 the count to Fisk as Hartman delivers. Bouncing ball headed up the middle and into center field for Jordan Fisk, a single. With 1 out here in the sixth inning, I'll bring up Kenzie Gallagher. Had a big 2 RBI double back in the fourth inning. We'll get the courtesy runner for Fisk now at first base. Looks like Erica Hollendick out there to run for. And the West Delaware coach is going to have a little talk on the mound with his infield. So we're winding things up here this school season. Hopefully we have a lot of softball left. I think that's going to rally here tonight. And live to play again on Tuesday. Otherwise, we'll be looking forward to Cadet football. Our next broadcast, 7 weeks from last night. On August the 29th, the Cadets will head to Monona to take on MFL Marmac to start the football season. As conference breaks up, first pitch to Gallagher is popped up in the infield. Second baseman will make the catch and quickly 2 away. Runner staying at first base now with 2 outs. And bring up Ella Bergen. Base hit back in the first inning. A fly ball to the left fielder, so she's 1 for 2 on the night. Laps that one right back to the pitcher. She's got it cleanly. Throws to first. Gets her by a step at first base. So for the Cadets, no runs, a hit, no errors. They leave 1. We hit to the bottom of the sixth. Cadets trailing West Delaware 6-3. Let's get regional semifinal softball on KCZQ.
Do you have questions about Medicare? Get your questions answered from someone you can trust. Call your local Medicare expert, Brian Mittius, with CIA Insurance in Cresco at 563-547-2382 to get started on finding the right Medicare solution for you. I'll help you pick a plan that balances your budget needs with comprehensive benefits. Finding the right Medicare solution for your needs has never been easier. Call me, Brian Mittius, and get started today.
Is persistent joint pain, swelling, or stiffness impacting your life? It could be more than just wear and tear. Now expert help is right here in Decorah. WinMed proudly offers rheumatology services with Dr. Matthew Samek, a board-certified rheumatologist. He treats conditions like rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, gout, and osteoporosis, which affect your joints, muscles, and immune system. With the right care, you can take back control. Call WinMed today, schedule your appointment, and start feeling better. WinMed. Excellence lives here.
Half of the sixth inning, 9-1-2 for the Hawks. Petlin will lead things off. A double and reach base on an error, so she's 1 for 2. Scored a couple runs tonight. Takes the first pitch from Teeling in there for a call, strike 1. 0-1. The next pitch from Teeling. Side 1-1. I was talking about the football season upcoming in 7 weeks, and of course, once the summer season is done, Cats are officially members of the Upper Iowa Conference, so we'll see some new names, new faces, new places this winter. And falls. Apparently it's one drive down the right field line, I should say. It's going to be in there. It's a foul ball. It's just fouled down there, just out of my sight. So it's caught out there. Couldn't see that around the corner there. So Gallagher makes the catch out there for out number one. Of course, you won't notice it so much in the football season with district play, but you have volleyball. Gets to be competing in the Upper Iowa Conference as well as cross country. There's a bouncing ball. Goes through the legs of Biedekofer into left field. And unofficially the fourth error of the night for the Cadets as Peyton reaches first base. But you'll see it in volleyball and cross country. Then, of course, with our coverage in the wintertime of wrestling and basketball, we'll be traveling to some new places, see some new people this winter in the Upper Iowa Conference. As Cass steps in with one out, runner at first. When the bottom of six gets drilled 6-3, runner heads down to second base. A nice throw by Fisk, but not in time. A stolen base there by Peyton. That's a strike one to Abby Cass. Good play. The corners in tight. There's the 0-1. So squares the butt again. Takes it up and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets down 6-3. West Delaware bats here in the bottom of 6. Really need to keep that deficit here at just the 3. You don't really afford to give up any more. Here's pitch up high. Now 2-1. That's back in the box. Teeling has the sign. And the 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball. Just got it past Teeling. Couldn't get the glove down fast enough. And the run will come in to score to make it 7-3. Right back towards Teeling, just to her on her glove hand side, but just couldn't quite get the glove down fast enough. And it's an RBI single for Cass to make it 7-3. Bunky will step in. 1 for 3 on the night. With that RBI single back in the first. So Cass the base runner at first. Hawks up 7-3. 1 out. Pitch on the way. Swing, foul wide of the bag at third. Strike one to the number 3 hitter Funky in the Hawks lineup. Dealing back on the rubber. Delivers. Called strike 2, so she gets ahead in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. And she'll deliver the 0-2 pitch. Just outside, 1-2. Last year the Cats came down here in the opening round, lost a tough one, 3-2 to the Hawks. Now it's 2-2 as that one misses outside. Teeling toes the rubber, 1 out, runner at first, 2-2 pitch. Chopper towards Rupert at short, throw to second base, and ball gets away from the Cadets. If she's safe there, another error by Crestwood. We'll put runners at first and third, and I've got them unofficially now for 5 errors in the ball game, and that's not going to help you much in a regional semifinal against a very good team here. Go reach base on a fielder's choice. So first and third, 1 out. Cleanup hitter Langle steps up. She's 1 for 3 on an RBI single back in the third. And we've got a courtesy runner for the catcher at first. And the first pitch on the way. There goes the runner from first. No throw down there. So second and third now with 1 out. Hawks with a run in to lead 7-3. down low for a ball, 1 strike. Gets in the 7th. They're due up to have Cummings, Biedekofer, and Ullum. 6, 7, 8 hitters in their lineup. Is the 1-1 pitch on the way. Called strike 2, 1-2. Let's sure use a strikeout right here. Keeling struck out 6 so far, has walked 3, hasn't hit a batter. And the 1-2. Just off the plate, 2-2. And the 2-2 swung on a miss. There's the strikeout she needed right there. For the second out. 7th strikeout of the game for Keeling to bring up Reth, who is 0 for 3 in the ball game. Runner still at second and third now, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Got still trailing 7-3. And Keeling's pitch to Reth. Up high for a ball, 1-2, or 1-0. A 1-1 as she catches the outside part of the plate. Gets trying to stop the bleeding right here, down 7-3 in the bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. Second and third for the Hawks. Dealing with the sign, the delivery. On the outside part of the plate, another nice pitch from Keeling. She gets ahead in the count now, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2. Stays outside, 2-2. And fouls that one to the plate to stay alive at 2-2. Nice job by Reth there to get a piece of that one. A little off-speed pitch there from Keeling. Had her fooled, but Reth was able to just get enough of it to stay alive at the foul ball. She's back in the box. Keeling has the sign. Here comes another 2-2 pitch on the way. Outside, so Reth has worked the count full. Keeling looks in for the sign, has it. Payoff pitch. Hit hard, but well fouled down the left field line. She got out in front of an off-speed pitch. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. Second and third, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of inning number 6. Keeling's only had the 1 inning. That was back in the second when she struck out the side that she was able to put the Hawks down in order. Here's a payoff pitch again. Little chopper. Biedekofer has it cleanly. Throws on to Bergen to retire the Hawks here in the 6th inning, but they pick up another run. They get that on 1 base hit. There's 2 Crestwood errors, and they leave 2. Way to the 7th inning. It's rally time for Crestwood, down 7-3. You're listening to Get Softball on KCZQ.
The Crestwood High School All Sports Boosters Club is proud to sponsor live coverage of the Cadets sports seasons, from football and volleyball all the way to baseball and softball. The club's organized to help raise funds to help enhance the athletic performance of all student athletes and invite anyone interested in joining the club to contact them and check out their Facebook page and help support your Crestwood Cadets. They wish the very best to all the young athletes in all of their sporting events. Go Cadets!
The clock gets ticking, and the savings are unstoppable at Camp RV's model year end blowout. Save thousands on 2025 RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and more. All priced to move. With over 250 RVs in stock and discounts up to $10,000 off MSRP, now's the time to upgrade your adventure. Plus, with easy in-house financing, driving off in your dream RV is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit campsitrv.com or stop by Highway 9 West in Cresco. Don't wait. When they're gone, they're gone. Campsite RV, your relaxation starts here.
Well, the Cadets need at least 4 runs to stay alive. 5 to take the lead here as we head to the 7th inning. Cummings, Biedekofer, and Ullum steps in. Cummings 0 for 2 in the contest. First pitch from Hartman. This is for ball 1. Hartman hasn't walked anybody, struck out 5, hit a batter. through the first 6 innings. That's 5 hits in the ball game. Cummings takes the second pitch in there for a called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Biedenkopfer on deck. Ullum's due up to follow. Cummings, the 1-1 pitch. That's on the outside part of the plate, 1-2. There's one deep in the hole, knocked down by the shortstop, which is not going to have a play from deep in the hole. Be an infield hit for Blair Cummings to start off the rally here in the 7th for the Cadets. And that'll bring up, let's see what we're going to do here. Coach Dinner coming to talk to the home plate umpire. Let's see what she wants to do here. Let's Biedenkopfer due up. Well, she's going to have a conference. Call over Cummings from first base. I have an offensive conference here. I'm not sure other than hit the ball and get on base is what I'd be saying right now, probably. Biedenkopfer will step in, struck out in the 3rd, bounced out pitcher to 1st and the 5th. So the senior 0 for 2 in the game so far. Ullum into the on-deck circle. The pitch popped up in the infield. Who's going to call for it? The catcher will take it out near the pitcher's circle for out number 1 here in the 7th. Bring up Peyton Ullum, a strikeout victim in the 3rd. She had a single. Infield single back in the 5th, so she's 1 for 2 in the ball game. So 1 out, Cummings still the base runner at first. First pitch to Ullum, misses for a ball, 1-0. Peter into the on-deck circle for Crestwood. Gets drilling 7-3. Top of the 7th, 1 out, 1 on. Ball down the right field line. It's going to be caught down there in foul territory. For out number 2, Cummings has to stay at first. It gets down there last out in person of Laney Peter. Reached base on a fielder's choice back in the 5th and came around to score a run and struck out in the 3rd. So officially 0 for 2. Fouls that one straight back to the screen. Strike 1. Slaughter on deck if Peter can keep the game alive for Crestwood here. Down 7-3 in the top of the 7th. Right back to the pitcher. A little soft line drive. She'll make the catch there to retire. Catch, no runs, a hit, no errors, they leave 1. The final score. The Crestwood Cadets fall to the West Delaware Hawks by a score of 7-3. We'll take a 2-minute break. Then I'll come back and wrap it up. You're listening to Crestwood Cadet Regional Tournament Softball here on KCZQ.
Go big at A&W with our always bigger, always better 1/3 pound double burgers. Choose from our double Papa Burger, double cheeseburger, or bacon double cheeseburger, packed with big time flavor. Try one today, only at A&W. At A&W, it's always a good time for a float. Date night, you'll love a float. Celebrating, you'll love a float. Craving creamy vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer in a frosty mug? You'll definitely love a float. Only at A&W.
A&W Highway 9 West in Cresco. Well, you all know Hanson Tire Service in Cresco is the place to get name brand tires at good prices. But did you also know that Hanson Tire does a full range of auto service and repairs? Everything from brake work, exhaust, computer diagnostics and charging system testing to wheel bearings, radiator flushes, oil changes, and batteries. They can fix just about anything. Make an appointment today. Call Hanson Tire Service in Cresco at 547-2533. Cresco Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Crestwood High School academics and athletics and wishes the best of luck to Crestwood's young athletes this season and hopes for great success in the classroom as well. Go Big Blue from everyone at Cresco Bank and Trust, a division of Decorah Bank and Trust, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
at Cresco Motor Company, located on Highway 9 West in Cresco. They have a passion for vehicles. They also have a passion for helping customers. Put those two things together and you get the most satisfying, hassle-free car buying experience you've ever had. They pride themselves on stocking an impressive inventory lineup of quality used cars, trucks, and SUVs that is sure to meet your needs. Service, reliability, and quality. That's Cresco Motor Company. Online at CrescoMotorCompany.com. Plus, there's online financing available. See website for details.
Welcome back to get regional semifinal softball here in KCZQ. It gets a fall into the West Delaware Hawks, rated number 8 in the state by a score of 7-3. Let's thank our sponsors one last time this summer for all their great support here on KCZQ, bringing you baseball and softball action. Thanks to Hanson Tire Service, Atomic Pizza Pub, Don Anderson Insurance, Kosh's Plumbing and Heating, Cresco Motor Company, Regional Health Services of Howard County, all of Cresco, CUSB Bank, online at CUSB.com. Sovereign Gray and Schley, the Crestwood High School All Sports Boosters, CIA Insurance, Harvey's Used Vehicles, the Oxen Ren Spirits and Gifts, Campsite RV, CPU, Lick Tag Lawn and Garden, all of Cresco, My Broadband and My Energy, Johnson Comfort Systems of Lime Springs, Route 63 Travel Plaza, Larson Dust Control, Keller Complete Lawn Service, all of Chester, WinMed of Decorah, Vern Lauer's Auto Center of New Hampton, A&W, H&R Block, Northeast Iowa Motors, Fisk Farm and Home, Signs and Designs, Fosick Earthworks, and the Cresco Shopper, all of Cresco. Assistant Associates of Charles City, A&J's Construction, Cresco Bank and Trust, O'Henry Stitches and Prints, Culligan Water Conditioning, Suzy Q's and Shotzi's Body Shop, all of Cresco. And thanks to V&V Insurance Agency of Cresco and Decorah. Once again, I said thanks to all those great sponsors who've made our broadcast possible here all season long. So that's fall 7-3. Here's your unofficial line score this evening for the West Delaware Hawks. 7 runs on 7 hits. They committed 1 error, left 7 runners on base. For the Crestwood Cadets, 3 runs on 6 hits, unofficially 5 errors on the night, and 3 runners left on base. Hartman went the distance for the win for the Hawks. She did not walk a batter. She hit 1, struck out 5. Ainsley Teeling went the distance for the Cadets. She didn't hit a batter. She walked 3 and struck out 7 on the night. So the Hawks will advance to the regional championship game Tuesday afternoon or evening, 5 o'clock over at Wahlert High School in Dubuque. And Wahlert picks up their 25th win on the season. Cadets will finish the season with a mark of 20 wins and 8 losses on the season, but congratulations to Coach Denner and her squad on a 20-win season. They've reached the 20-win mark this season. And, of course, they are the last champions in the Northeast Iowa Conference softball races. They are the conference champions for the last time. So congratulations on a great season for the Cadets. And they'll have they'll miss the seniors, the 5 seniors that they'll be losing at the end of this. Not that the season's ended, but certainly a good nucleus of good, talented young players coming back for an even better potential season next year. So we'll look forward to that. And as I mentioned during the ball game, this will wrap up our summer coverage here on Super C. We'll look forward to the next school year when that gets started here in a few weeks. We'll be back with you on Friday night, August the 29th. The Crestwood Cadet football team travels to Monona to take on MFL Marmac to start our fall sports coverage here on Super C. So, as I said, we'll be looking forward to that as well. Hopefully you are too. And hope you have an enjoyable rest of your summer. Be safe. Enjoy the summer. We'll talk to you again in about 7 weeks. So, once again, the final score here tonight in Manchester was the Crestwood Cadets falling to the West Delaware Hawks by a score of 7-3 in regional semifinal softball action. Until the football season gets underway, I want to say good night, everybody.
Super C Radio. Hi, I'm Matt Pinfield, and this is Flashback. The New York Knicks, Oakland A's, and Miami Dolphins were all champions. And because of George Foreman, Joe Frazier was not.
Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
We're in the ring for another round of 1973.
soul. Hey, did boogie do, did ya? Hey, shout summertime blues, jump up and down on the blue suede shoes. Hey, did you rock and roll, rock on? And where do we go from here? Which is a way that's clear. Still